Okay, so now we can start the mail merge. So I'm going to bring this window out a little bit here, and we just go through the steps as they're listed out. So we're basically working on a letter. It's a bill, but it's going to work as a letter here. So let's keep that highlighted and click Next. And we'll want to use the current document that's up. So we'll keep that highlighted and click Next again. And this is where we tie in the Microsoft Excel spreadsheet that we made before with this document. So we'll want to use an existing list, and we'll click Browse. And we navigate to where the file is. And for me, it's on my desktop. So we click it and then click Open. And we only have one sheet, but if there were multiple sheets on the document, it would list each one of them out and let us choose which sheet we'd like to pull data from. But for us, it's just this one, so we'll hit OK. And here's all the information that we had filled in before with the headers and everything. So we click OK. And now it's tied to the document. So we click Next to write the letter. Now this is where we start adding in the fields in each of our lines here. And we do that by coming up here to the Write and Insert Fields panel, which is under the Mailings tab. We'll click that. We have our cursor on service period. And that's going to be the date. And if you notice, these are all of our headers from our spreadsheet. So that's the date for the service period. We have account number, which is ACCT, gallons, and so on and so forth. And so what will happen when the mail merge is performed, it'll fill in the proper value for each of these fields here. So for something like name and also address and the city, state, and zip, which technically has 3 fields in it because of the way that we had built our database, we want to add actually 3 of these in here. So for city, state, and zip, we'll go something like this: city, state, and then zip code. And so the same thing will go with address. We'll just put address 1 and 2 in there. And so I'm going to go ahead and fast forward the video here and fill in the rest of these fields. Okay, so we have all of our fields filled in here. And so our letter is basically written as it's asking us. We don't have to fill anything in here because that's for the customer to fill in. So let's preview the letters. And you'll see that now all that information is filled out. And we can actually cycle through each of these recipients. It goes through all the names that were on the database. Now you might be noticing right off the bat that it looks kind of funky because like Tom Apple here, there probably should be a space in between that. And we could probably put a $ in front of amount owed here in the value there. And then the city, state, and zip usually could use some commas and spaces. So let's go back and edit that. And what we can do then is go in the wizard here and hit previous. And so we come back here to all of our fields. And so let's start by putting a $ right in front of build. We'll put a space in between first and last name. We'll probably want to put a space in between address 1 and 2 here. And then for city and state, we'll want a comma and a space. And then for the zip code, let's put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces just to give it some room there. Now let's preview them again. So there we go. That looks considerably better. Okay, so let's complete this mail merge. So we'll click Next. So from here we can actually print every document, but let's take a look at them all. So we can click Edit Individual Letters, and what that's going to do is it's going to throw them all into a new Word document. And so here's all the letters that we have. There's definitely a lot of them. but if you wanted, you can go through and individually edit some things. And then when you're ready, just print them out. And we can cycle through